All right, here we go. To start understanding and discussing this topic of groove, we should first understand what a pulse is. And in order to do that, I'll go through a short and seemingly rudimentary explanation of what time is within the music field. A pulse in music is usually described as a string of steady auditory occurrences, which is a very fancy way of calling this. I've mentioned the word steady, which implies that a random pattern, like this for example, obviously won't be referred to as a pulse. The steadiness and consistency of these hits are what make it predictable for us, and with that predictability comes our ability to translate it into motion. Okay, amazing. Now that we have a pulse that has zero musical content, I want to take it a step forward and create a beat. And how do I do that? I need to find a way to manipulate these hits in order to establish some difference between them. That difference will help me create tension within the pulses, and our brain will use that tension as a musical marker and regroup these beats accordingly. There are a few ways in which I can create this tension. One, by accenting, so volume. I can hit harder or softer. Two, pitch or orchestration, so I can change the quality of the note. Three, length, which might be tricky to do with my hand, but imagine I do this. Ta 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 ta. You get the point. And four, lastly, muting. I can just skip a beat and create a frame like that. Notice that when using all these methods, we still haven't changed the rate of these pulses at all, just the way we execute them. Once we add rhythmic diversity to the equation, because diversity is what we seem to do right now, we can create way more options. Okay, so once we have a groove going, we need to notice a small but very crucial detail, which is the difference between the beat we've created and the underlying pulse. The pulse is the rhythmic backbone over which the beat is laid on. The pulse is what you tap your foot to, snap your fingers, or nod your head to. It serves as kind of an invisible guideline that is implied by the groove you've created, but isn't necessarily played. So for example, if I play this groove, the implied pulse is this. You don't necessarily hear it, but you feel it. Amazing. The next piece of information we need to extract from this groove is where its starting point is. Where is beat 1? Beat 1 is the starting reference point of the rhythmic cycle. It's where the pattern starts and where it ends. Knowing where beat 1 is will help you understand how to interact with the groove you're hearing. Finding the one can be hard. Trust me, I know. Even though most grooves are created in a way that very much implies where it is. We'll talk about this a bit more later on, but just as a quick example, if I take that beat from earlier, the music around this beat can imply beat 1 to be in many places. The most obvious one would probably be here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And it creates a certain feel. I can also place it here, for example. 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Or even here. 3 and 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. And that creates yet another feel. You get the point. The musical content of the beats, volume, pitch, etc., and the implied beat 1, where beat 1 is, are the most important pieces of information you need to extract from the groove in order to know how to properly interact with it. I can't tell you how embarrassing it is to hear beat 1 in the wrong place and groove to it in public or in a rehearsal or something like that. Actually, I can tell you. It's bad. It's pretty bad. Yeah.